Good evening, folks. This is Deb Delapiana, and this is your sad state of the GOP. So tonight's sad state is Oklahoma. And we're taking a little break tonight. We're not talking about national politics or the Putin party. We're going to take a little break from that. We're going to talk a little bit about the state of Oklahoma and something that transpired there this month. But first, we're going to start out with some statistics, okay? So let me give you some numbers here. Nearly 2/3 of all transgender students in America, that would be 62.6%, have faced bullying over the course of their school years, okay? 55.6% have stated it was specifically because of their LGBTQ status. 20% reported having been pushed, shoved, or hit, or facing other forms of physical violence as a result of it. More than 53.9% feel unsafe in school in general. 32.8% feel unsafe in school restrooms, and 49.3% feel unsafe in school locker rooms. So let's talk about the state of Oklahoma, which has virtually banned all gender-affirming care for anyone under the age of 18. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about how dangerous that is. There are numerous studies by people who are experts in the field that talk about how gender-affirming care prevents suicide and makes for just a healthier, happier person able to function in school, except for one thing. The adults in the room, the governor of the state of Oklahoma, the people on the school committee, they have complicated the lives of these children. They have complicated the lives of these children by banning gender-affirming care and then by doing stuff like preventing them from using the pronouns they're comfortable with, preventing them from using the bathrooms they identify with. This opens the door, folks. When you ostracize them and point this out and make this a law and make this a school rule, this points them out to students who are not really very nice. Let's just put it that way, okay? We understand that bigotry is a learned thing. I get that. But once you put the spotlight on these kids like this, it opens the door. So what happens? A student named Nex Benedict was harassed in the bathroom on February 7th, got into an altercation, was attacked by 3 other students. The fight was broken up. Students were sent home. It was suggested that maybe Nex wanted to go to a hospital because she was complaining of a headache. Her parents had her checked. She went home. They ended up having to take her back the next day, and she passed away on February 8th. Now, initial reports are that she did not pass away from trauma. That's what the police have said. But the police were also never notified by the school about this. They learned about this from Nex's family. But this prompted the school, the police, to go to the school 5 days after this altercation, and they took 137 photos of the school in the bathroom, 2 swabs of stains that were found in the bathroom, and the records of all of those involved in this. We don't know the outcome of this. We still also don't know the actual cause of Nex's death. But it seems suspicious to me that she would just die the following day. We'll wait and see what happens. All right? We'll wait and see what happens. But the police also received a call from the parent, the mother of Nex's best friend, who reported that Nex's head was repeatedly beat against the ground, the floor of the bathroom. So there's all kinds of stuff here that needs to be looked at. But that's not my point, okay? We'll all learn about that when we learn about that. My point is this. All of these laws and all of this stuff is doing irreparable harm to these kids. I don't understand what it is you people don't get. I have a transgender child, a daughter, who confessed to me that she never used the bathroom in her high school for the entire time she went to school there. That means she didn't go to the bathroom all day long. She also advised me after we moved in together that she slept with a bungee cord under her mattress for 2 years, just in case she couldn't take it anymore. This was a child who was afraid to tell anybody who she was. So had she faced all of this and faced all of this negativity after she did, it would have been devastating. I don't think people really understand this. All of this hatred, this is all based in ignorance and hate, okay? It is. And all of this, it leads to what happened to Next in the Bathroom. No matter how much you want to face it, you're not protecting anybody from anything because this is none of your business. What a person chooses to do with their body, how they identify, is not a concern for anyone else. It's not a concern for the government. And it's not for the government to ban care for anybody. It's not the government's business. We keep hearing about how the Republicans don't want government overreach. Well, this is fucking government overreach in the extreme. But it gets even worse than that for the state of Oklahoma. Anybody who knows the group, the Libs of TikTok, who sets up light housekeeping on Instagram and Twitter, the bastion of hate, that's what they spend their time doing, spreading hate. Let's talk about the Libs of TikTok and what they've done. Now, in 2022, the Libs of TikTok targeted a teacher in Owasso School District, which is where Next went to school. And they targeted her for speaking out in support of LGBTQ students. They threatened her and harassed her so much that she resigned from her job in September of 2023. Okay? They also targeted the principal of John Glenn Elementary School in Oklahoma because he performed in drag outside of school hours in his personal life. Okay? After that, the school faced bomb threats. But last month, what did the superintendent of Oklahoma Public Schools do? They hired Chaya Raychek, the founder of Libs of TikTok, a literal transgender hate group, to sit on their library advisory committee. Now, Libs of TikTok is not the only group. There are a lot of them, okay? And their hatred, they put out thousands of posts targeting schools, district libraries, individuals, all of the formats, all of the places where you would see people trying to be LGBTQ inclusive, all right? All of this targeting has resulted in death threats, bomb threats, protests, political attacks, harassment of educators, okay? But the anti-trans legislation, that's just as bad, okay? The legislation is what leads to the online harassment. And this is what many people don't get. What is going on here? What the GOP is doing, what the Republicans are doing. Right now, it's on a state-by-state basis. It's hate. And that's really what it is, plain and simple. And I will tell you this. If they are elected nationally, this won't just be state-by-state anymore. Every state will be in danger because there will be no safe haven anywhere for LGBTQ students. People need to understand this, and people need to understand that this is not okay. I will talk to you guys later.